So, hey everyone and welcome to a new video on this channel. Long time no see. The explanation on why there are no new uploads on this channel will follow in the next one, because I'm currently editing quite a few videos actually for this channel. So today we are feeding some of my tarantulas I have in my collection to give you a brief overview on how their state is and how well they are doing, and maybe show you one or two species you don't really see often. So enough talking, let's just start with the video. So let's start with the Chromatopelma cyaneopubescens, the green bottle blue. I just rehoused this adult female in this new enclosure. She got a couple of plants inside and she already webbed up quite a bit, but of course we have to wait a couple of weeks. So let's just try and give her one of the mealworms I have, and I bet she's hungry, you can see. Bam. Yep, she grabbed it. Yeah, she's quite old, so let's hope for the best that we can enjoy her for a long period of time. So maybe let's just continue with the next one and then check on her how she's feeding on this mealworm. So next one to feed would be this huge and extremely old, around, I would say she's over 15 years old, adult female of Lasiodora. And let's just grab one of the mealworms because she was not fed for a long time, but they usually molt just once a year now, so we'll put it around here and hopefully get some feeding action. Let's see if she's interested. Yep, here she comes. Boom. Yeah, not really exciting. But nevertheless, at the moment, for sure my biggest tarantula in the collection, and yeah, she's just outstanding to look at. So yep, she was fed, so next one. So the next one will be this Lyrognathus giannisposatoi. This is a fossorial tarantula from the genus Lyrognathus, which inhabits Indonesia. And here you can see that she has done a new burrow on the right side, and the initial one was back here. I'll just focus on it, but she decided to get a new one. So let's see what happens when we place a mealworm here. Maybe she will. Yeah. Nice. Perfect. So sadly I'm not seeing her that often, but just to give you an impression of the enclosure. It's slowly growing again. So this ficus plant is perfect in case you want to get a nice naturalistic looking enclosure without too much of a hassle. So yeah, up to the next one then. So this is the enclosure of my adult female Ephebopus murinus. The skeleton leg somewhat tarantula, I don't know the common names, but Ephebopus murinus, which also lives in Suriname and French Guiana in South America. And this one, you see, has the same plant species as the Lyrognathus, but it died off completely because she wept too much. So this is certainly something you have to consider. We'll just place the mealworm and see if she's going to grab it. Yep. Awesome. Nice. Someone was hungry. Short break here. For those of you who don't know, we have started a podcast talking about different tarantula related topics. The podcast is available on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, and other platforms out there. It's called Both World Tarantulas, and it is with the famous cat from TarantulaKat. So the two of us are talking about tarantula related stuff and sharing our both opinion on several different topics. So there are already 3 episodes out. I'll link it somewhere up here and maybe give you the channel image of Both World Tarantula project we have. So it would be great to see you over there. And yeah, listen to the podcast. There are several different episodes with along topics we talk about. So that's something you could check out. So next in the line is the Ornithoctonus aureotibialis, the golden fringe tarantula from Thailand. And as you can see, the plants in the foreground are kind of growing way too quick, so I have to cut them quite often. But here in the back, you can see the perfect turret she built for her fossorial lifestyle. If you want to see this species in nature, you can check out our video about it, which we found in Thailand. I'll link it somewhere, but otherwise just go through the channel. So here we try the same. I just place this somewhere here. That didn't work. Let me grab another one. So next try. Yeah, she's already coming, you see, because of the voice. So this is kind of dangerous now. But let's see if we can throw it. Bam! I don't know if I have that on camera, but I'll leave it in anyway. Ornithoctonus aureotibialis, awesome species, and yeah, fossorial like the Ephebopus murinus, which is living in South America. This one is from Southeast Asia and living in the southern range of Thailand. So another one to feed. This one is the enclosure of the Bumba cabocla, a small terrestrial tarantula from northern South America, mainly living in Brazil, but they might occur also on other countries and places. So let's see, she's right down here. Maybe she'll come outside, not sure. Yep, here are the legs. So she's hungry. Dang it. So yeah, she's certainly feeding on it, but we'll not see her. Let me know down in the comments if you want to see this species, the Bumba cabocla, in a special video to like feature her in a extra video. So up to the next one. And now let's just check on this Chromatopelma female. Yeah, she's switched position a little bit and is now having her meal, so all good. And maybe checking also on the huge Lasiodora. She's also doing great. And now we're heading over to another project, so let's see how that one will go. So this one is my new project I'm working on, a communal enclosure, the biggest one by far. I will not show you the whole one because it's not finished yet, but the tarantulas are already in there. And let's see if they're hungry. And let's see if you can guess the species. Yep, that's not gonna work. You have to be quicker. Nope, not hungry. Yeah. So, more precise throw just at her legs maybe. But even then, she's not interested. Interesting. So you might have already guessed the species. We'll just grab and close the door. So heading over to the other side, of course you can guess what type of enclosure, communal enclosure, this is going to be in the end. Due to the current situation, I did not get all the stuff I want to get, but let's see if someone's hungry. Over here, they're usually well fed since they're living in a communal, so I don't want to risk anything. But it doesn't look like they are hungry, because otherwise they would have just grabbed it. But yeah, this is going to be the Monocentropus balfouri communal, and I'll give you a whole explanation on that in a future video, of course. Now this one is the enclosure of my Theraphosa darlingi, and now let's just grab a cricket. Whoa. Don't know if you guys did see it because I moved the camera too much. Dang it. Anyway, we'll get another feeding clip in the future, but she was hungry though. Okay guys, so this is great news. This is the Thrixopelma cyanoleum I did a video on, like the best blue beginner species or something. And in the meanwhile, I got a male tarantula from the same species trying to breed this awesome looking tarantula. It's now through glass, so the colors are not great, but the pairing never actually worked, and now you maybe can see that the color is way more intense even through this dirty glass than before, and it looks like she has molted. Let's check if we can focus. Here is the mold, and the spider is over here now, and perfect. That's really awesome, because now we will feed her a cricket, and later on in the week we will try and breed this species again, in the hope that she was just needing a molt to be ready, because she always attacked the adult male, and the male was drumming and doing good, so maybe that was the indication for her to like molt because of the contact with the adult male. You see, like sometimes when you have a maybe deeper voice or yeah, look at the color, awesome. But she's needing food. You can see her abdomen is quite small, so let's just grab a cricket and try. Awesome, so freshly molted tarantula, and let's just... Whoa, yep, someone's hungry. Someone's definitely hungry. But that's good news, because this will be the hope that we can hopefully breed this amazing tarantula species. So let's just, yeah, continue with feeding the other ones, and then hopefully proceed with pairing this as some species like next week or so. Let's see. And another break in the video, of course. I have to remind you that you please subscribe to the channel if you're interested that you keep this channel growing and that there will be more content coming out in the future. It would be great you leave a comment down below on what you want to see maybe on this channel and how you appreciate these videos. If you're interested and if you don't like them, just leave a thumbs down on the video. That would do it as well. So yeah, continue watching and enjoy the feeding clips. And now just a little bonus clip at the end, because I promised you guys a Xenesthis special video in March, but due to the whole situation it takes a little bit longer. But here you see the enclosure of my adult female Xenesthis species white, and of course I will feed this one also. Yeah, I have to aim a little bit better. I'm not sure if I will do this free-handed in the future or use a tripod. Would be the best thing probably. But anyway, this is the Xenesthis species white in her enclosure. The enclosure is not completely finished, but as you can see, there are different plant species growing in the foreground and in the background, and yeah, quite pleasing, and I'm very happy that at least these ones are having a good time, besides our current situation worldwide, of course. But same for this species. In case you're interested in how they live in the wild, make sure you check out our video. It was one of the very first videos on this very channel, Xenesthis species wild, documented in Colombia, in the field, in nature, and yeah, an outstanding lowland forest Xenesthis species, and perfect to like get in case you're interested in big tarantula for your collection. So this is one of my juvenile Chromatopelma cyaneopubescens. You know, these are my all-time favorite, probably because this is actually the tarantula I started with a long time ago with this hobby, and there are not many tarantulas out there who have that striking colors. So let's just try and feed her. Yeah, that's quick. They're good feeders. They will feed and eat and prey on almost anything, even same-sized prey items. And especially as slings, it's extremely easy to feed them, and due to their like arid native habitat they live in the peninsula in the northern part of Venezuela, they tolerate quite some low humidity, which makes it better for beginners since they do not have to worry to miss their enclosure all the time. And we will actually get some pictures of this specimen later on, which will be used for a publication in the near future with these blue tarantulas. So quite happy there to have the chance to help out some people. Awesome looking tarantula. Next one. And since we were not able to feed this Xenesthis species Megascopola, let's try to feed this Theraphosa apophysis. Of course, they're just always hungry. Beautiful species, and let me know down in the comments if this Theraphosa apophysis should get this enclosure over here. Let's vote down there. You want that this Theraphosa apophysis, if she will get this enclosure, let me know, because that was usually my plan, to get this little female into the new huge terrestrial enclosure I just built. But I think there is another one I can feed, so let's just switch. Look at that. Freshly molted Xenesthis species blue. And she's hungry, you see, trying to get the mold out. But she's grabbing it. Look at that carapace. I don't know what you guys think, but the Xenesthis species blue is my all-time favorite Xenesthis species. And the carapace is certainly one of the intriguing factors here. So let's just grab a mealworm real quick and feed her. Yep. They have quite some power, so they're so awesome. Let's just turn around the enclosure. Look at these magnificent colors. I think the blue is nice on the femurs and the whole legs, but the carapace with the contrast to the reddish abdomen is just mind-blowing, if you ask me. So I certainly recommend Xenesthis blue, not because of the blue color, but because of this highly contrast body parts I just like. So yeah, anyway, you guys will see more about Xenesthis species blue since we were able to document them in the nature, and this will also be part of our Xenesthis species special in about a few weeks. I will not say any dates anymore, but just look at these colors, striking. Xenesthis species blue, they tend to like it on the drier side, So not like Xenesthis species white. Just keep them a little drier and they will do just fine. But breeding is a whole other story I don't have any experience with on this particular species, or generally the genus Xenesthis. I've never bred any of those species before, but of course we'll try this year or next year, since we now have specimens in our collection. So that's it for now. I think we just stop. So thank you guys so much for watching. There will be new videos coming in the near future. I'm currently editing another one, and yeah, leave some suggestions below in the comment section, and also leave a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you like or did not like the video, and hopefully see you soon again. Thanks, and stay safe and healthy in these current situations we have outside. Okay, anyway, didn't plan on filming this species because this adult female I just got recently, and she's still in her temporary enclosure, living in this plastic enclosure. It's totally suitable, she's doing fine. She has a cork bark to hide, enough place or enough space to move around, but these are different, and not only in the looks of tarantulas because of her orange abdomen and the, yeah, I don't know, grayish tint on all the rest of the body, but also the behavior. I'll show you real quick. So we will now disturb her a little bit on purpose to see how they defend themselves. You see how she raises her abdomen, and now she's kicking hairs, and that's how they defend themselves, with raising the abdomen straight up in the air. Yeah, that's different. Let's feed her. I'm not sure if she's hungry at all. Does not look like it anyway, but they're quick and they are arboreal. You see? And their urticating hairs are nasty. But she is in this place because she's not doing great. Her abdomen does not look well fed, and she has actually never eaten. And I've tried crickets, I've tried mealworms, but I think she's just old. I got her from a, how do you say, like when someone sells their whole collection. That's how I got her, and I have no idea how old she is, but it looks like she's not really young, and potentially also a wild-caught specimen, which I don't hope. But this species, Thrixopelma okerti, most of the time gets imported legally from Peru, and that's how we get them. So let's just switch to the mealworms and try to get a mealworm. Maybe she's interested in that, but doesn't look like she's interested. This species at the moment, I hope I can rehouse her in one of the big empty, at the moment, or currently empty tanks I have up here, which are 30 by 40 by 40. So that would be something she would totally fit in, because she's arboreal normally. Yeah, let's see what the future will bring us. And this is the enclosure of one of my big Chilobrachys females. This is a species from Thailand, the Kain Krachan area, and she has her burrow down here, but not using it a lot. And yeah, I don't know if she's hungry. Yup, she is. Of course she is. Chilobrachys are hungry most of their times. Yeah. Not on the colorful side, but they are extremely fascinating since they eat a lot and they tend to grow extremely quick. And in nature you also see them living on trees from times to times. And if you want to see them, of course, check out our channel. We have videos about Chilobrachys living in Thailand where we documented them. Yeah. And the happy dance, of course. That's how they make sure that they can eat on a clean plate. Just web out the ground again. Yup, that's it for now.